like, ibuprofen literally runs through my blood like sugar.
Migraines are the 5th most debilitating disease. Did you know that?
No.
Like, why the hell isn't that
Why?
like talked about? Like with me, with my migraines, I got diagnosed with chronic daily migraines when I was 19. So I get them every single day.
Every day.
I don't even remember what it's like to not.
Believe in people's pain and try to understand
And just
it.
listen.
Yes.
We don't, if we're having a shitty day and we need to just rant to you about
Give
it.
me your empathy, that's all I need.
That's just give us a hug and walk away.
Yeah.
Or a thumbs up, bye. Like, you don't need to say anything. Just let us listen, because a lot of the times that's all we really need.
I know.
And find yourself amazing friends.
Yes, I know. We got so
Yay.
lucky. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the pain that you're feeling or any reason whatsoever.
I feel like people just think you're seeking attention or you're not valid, and it's like, just fucking be nice to everybody, because you never know what's going on in someone's life.
Really don't.
I cannot breathe. Bawling. Y'all should go watch our YouTube if you haven't, so you can see the mess that is happening. Listen.
You got a drill in your hand? I know where you can put that drill.
You guys, so my husband is a car guy. Every time he's like putting an exhaust in, anytime he says the word chassis, I'm done.
She said, spank my ass. The minute that you see that significant other of yours, like, pick up that baby and toss him in the air and give him a big old kiss, like,
Lady boner,
all the way up to the sky.
Ooh, she also said, which this one is like, I fucking love this one. She says jawlines and tattoos.
Yeah.
Well, bam!
We're back, bitch.
I feel like something we have to remember when you are suffering from any kind of chronic pain or illness is you are more than your body.
Yes.
Just like she said, like, your mind is such a powerful thing and you can get through it. You are not your pain, you are not your condition. Hello. Good morning or afternoon or night, wherever you are.
Wherever you are, whatever time of day you are listening to the podcast.
Welcome to the Hot Podcast. Oh, fuck.
Should we redo that?
Hello, everybody. Welcome
to the Hot Mess Podcast.
This is episode 3, and we're so stoked to have you all here. If you've made it to episode 3,
we all hope you have.
Yes. So excited.
Jinx. Anyways, you guys, Hot Mess Express. We are going to be talking about overall pain management today.
Chronic pain, the pain that Brooke and I have dealt with for so many years, and we also have a couple listener stories too that we're excited to help share their stories as well. So
yeah, so let's just go ahead and dive right in, you guys. So chronic pain that we kind of want to talk about is like our overall migraines, backaches, pelvic pain, cramping, things that just so ironically Allie and I both deal with them, and they are both severe and uncomfortable, yet I think Allie and I do a really good job at like playing it cool, like everything's fine every day, because we're just you get to a point where you become like you become comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's like when people, like with me with my migraines, I got diagnosed with chronic daily migraines when I was 19. So I get them every single day.
Every day.
And so many people are always like, how do you deal with that? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, or if I have a migraine, someone's like, do you need to sit down? And I know they're just trying to be so sweet, but I'm like, girl, I'm on year 8 of this. Like, it's no different to me. I couldn't even I don't even remember what it's like to not have them.
That's
or to not be in pain.
Exactly how I feel. I know. I tell Kiana, and I'm like, I literally open my eyes in the morning and I'm like, shit, I have a headache. Like, why is my vision blurry? Why is my head pounding? This is literally so uncomfortable. And I'll tell Kiana, and I'm like, yeah, I just have a headache. And he's like, I'm sorry. Or he's like, you have a headache every day. And I'm like, you are right. I literally have a headache every day, and I complain about it every day. I'm not going to stop complaining about it to him every day, but I'm still going to, I mean, you can't, like, stop your life. You have to, like, continue to live your life.
Yes.
And then just find, like, ways to make it more comfortable. And so I was getting really bad headaches when I was around, like, 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
And my mom was like, this is not normal for a child to be getting headaches like this.
Yes.
Like, severe, severe headaches. So she took me to get an MRI to figure out what was going on, and they found, like, a tiny mass in my brain, and they were like, has probably nothing to do with this, but let's definitely keep an eye on it. And long story short, we can get into all of that later, but long story short, I ended up having brain surgery a couple years ago it ended up being a giant tumor that just kept growing, and I ended up having brain surgery, had it removed, and my doctors were like, yeah, it's really great that you got an MRI, but this is completely unrelated to your headaches, and you're still gonna have your headaches. Sorry. And I'm like, what? I had a freaking tumor, and then I'm also gonna have chronic headaches every day, and there's no way to, like, figure out what's going on. I've tried steroid shots. I've tried, like, brain image scanning. Like, I've tried everything, and it's just like, we can't figure out what's going on.
No. And that's why what we relate so well with is our migraines, because both of us have them, like you said, every single day. I think I've seen 4 or 5 different neurologists. I've tried, I think, over probably 15 medications.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, it's literally, if it's a migraine med, I guarantee you I've tried it.
I feel like I got blessed in that area, because it's like my 3rd medication, and it just has been such a amazing.
What is it?
Sumatriptan.
Oh, sumatriptan? Yeah.
It's like literally the only thing that's helped me, and
I'm so glad that
a grossly high milligram, but, like, honestly, it knocks me out, and if I'm able to just sleep through the pain, that's what I want. And I think that's why I like it so much, is because it literally knocks me on my butt, and I will sleep for hours straight.
Through it.
Yeah. And I have to, and I wake up with either no headache or very minimal. And I get it later, but it's like to be able to have a headache, it's like, what's happening? I feel so good. You know, so that's why I like sumatriptan.
Triptan.
Yeah, so that's why I like that. I'm so sorry that you've tried so many.
Yeah.
Are you still, like, on your journey with trying to find one?
No.
Yeah.
No, I pretty much gave up on trying stuff. There's been, like, 1 or 2 that have came out the last year that even, like, Daniel or some of my friends have been like, did you hear about this new drug? And I'm like, I'm over it. I do get Botox injections, which I was never able to get my insurance to cover that, so I pay out of pocket for it.
Yeah.
And it helps. It's funny because it gets rid of probably almost, I would say, half of my migraines.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Me too.
I mean,
where do you get your Botox? I feel like we should tell people, like, where we get our Botox to help with headaches, because I think a lot of people don't realize that Botox helps with headaches.
Yeah, they don't. And I actually, so normal, if you go to a neurologist and they do actual migraine injections, they do it in, like, the tops of your shoulders. Yep, your occipital nerves, and then they'll go all the way, they'll go into, like, your jaw and then onto your head. That shit's like $2,500 each time. So since my insurance won't cover it,
Your insurance doesn't cover the steroid injections?
I've tried the steroid injections. They didn't work for me, though.
The steroid injections help me when it gets to that point of I only go when I get to the point of my headache where I can't see, I can't walk, I can't
You're, like, completely debilitated.
I'm completely debilitated. Yeah. So that's when it's like, I've got to literally have somebody pack me in the car and drive me up to the freaking hospital and go and get a shot. That's only happened twice, you guys. I'm so dramatic.
No,
that's only happened twice. But still, it's so scary, because it's like, my head hurts so bad, it literally feels like my head is going to explode, and you can't, like, when you get the headaches where you can't see.
Yeah. Dude,
like, what?
It's so miserable. And for me, I get aura with my migraines, which I've had some people tell me it's really uncommon, and some people tell me it's very common. So I don't know.
I've had my doctor tell me it's really common.
Okay, and
I've heard that tunnel vision is very uncommon.
So So with the aura, the very first time I ever experienced this, I like was 17. I was sitting in US history class. I like freaking remember it. And like, I didn't even have a migraine or anything yet at this point, but my whole face and lips started going completely numb. And then my left hand started going numb. And I felt like the left side of my face was like almost like I couldn't feel it, like when you go to the dentist. And I started freaking the fuck out. I was like, am I having a stroke? Like, I'm 17. Like, this is not happening. Am I about to have a seizure? Like, I had no idea. And I just remember I was like, got up, like, super calm, and I just like walked out of class. I'm sure my teacher was just like, she's probably on a period or something. So I walk out of class and I like go down to the office and I call my mom and I'm like, bro, like, something's happening.
Something's happening.
I was like, I'm fucking having a heart attack or something.
That's so scary.
And yeah, that's how I got diagnosed with that. And it is when you get aura with your migraines, it is having your body's having a mini stroke.
That's literally insane. I have not had like that aura.
It's fucking crazy.
That aura feeling before. I mean, at least like not anything that I can remember. I'd have to ask my mom, but like I don't think I've ever experienced that. That sounds absolutely terrifying.
It's weird. It's really quick for me. Like, it comes and it goes from like 0 to 100 really fast, and then it's like gone. So the only time it ever used to like freak me out really bad is when I was driving, because I'd be driving all of a sudden and like I couldn't see out of one eye, and then my hand would be numb, and I'm like, cool. But what I've learned is that migraines are the 5th most debilitating disease. Did you know that?
No.
Like, why the hell isn't that one talked about? Yeah, because your whole body, like, it impairs so many parts of your body that you literally, like, are debilitated.
No, that makes
like, you can't. Yeah.
Makes so much sense. You know what I hate is when people, I remember I was telling my boss one day, I was like, I just have a really bad headache. I need to go home. Like, my head hurts so bad. And it's like, people are like, are you just stressed out? And it's like, no, it's not a tension headache.
They're like, were you drinking last night?
Yes.
Are you hungover?
Are you hungover? And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually in the bathroom with a migraine throwing up.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm hungover. But I'm not hungover. It's because I'm literally so dizzy and so nauseous from my headache because it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And I can't like fathom the pain that I literally book, you guys. I literally book. It's disgusting.
No, that's fine.
But you know what?
I
can't
do
help
it
it
all the time.
I literally can't help it.
Dude, I think everybody who's had migraines has definitely done that.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so uncomfortable.
And the other thing too, I feel like is, I'm gonna sound like such a bro right now. This is just us complaining though, so it's fine. Yeah,
this is our show, and you guys came here to listen to us.
Yes, so
we're gonna complain. We're gonna bitch about our pain
and our problems. Hey, but I know people are always just being helpful, but it's always when you can tell they're being spiteful. Like when you said you go and tell your boss. Like, my boss is amazing, so this is not about my personal experience. But if you were like, hey, I don't feel good, I have a migraine, and they're like, oh, do you need drink some water, you'll be fine.
Drink some water. I have some ibuprofen.
Do you need an ibuprofen?
And I'm like, ibuprofen literally runs through my blood like sugar. So that's not gonna help. But
you're like, bitch, I've taken me the other day, someone asked me that, and I was like, I've actually had 12 today already, but thank you so much.
Thank you. Luckily, like, it's really nice because I like the sumatriptan.
Sumatriptan. Yeah, girl.
I can't, like, you can't take that daily because I will just sleep all day long because it knocks me on my butt. But, like, luckily, I'll take 2 800 milligram ibuprofens, which probably isn't very good for your liver, but
I do that every day.
Like, literally, like, it's the only thing that suppresses some of the pain.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that keeps me from, because like we were kind of talking about earlier, you guys haven't heard this yet, we were just like talking about it before we were recording, is sometimes you have that pain, like your head is hurting so bad that your back starts to hurt.
Oh yeah. Your whole body.
Yeah, exactly.
It like spreads like fucking wildfire.
So it's kind of nice to have that additional medication in you to kind of help, again, like suppress the additional pain. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are our bodies this way?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I probably average like I at least do ibuprofen 800 at least once a day, sometimes twice, and then I usually take 1 or 2 Excedrin every day too.
So the Excedrin migraine, extra strength. Literally,
Rookie just
that
did a chef's
little green
kiss.
bottle. That little green bottle.
Yes.
So, I love it. I've also been taking CBD, and
Yes,
you guys,
the Good Jane one's been
the
killing
Good
it.
Jane. What was that? The Good Jane one. Like, I can't even. So
What's that one called again?
That
Mellow,
one,
yep.
Hello Mellow.
Hello Mellow.
Hello Mellow. You guys, it's literally amazing. And I was taking a different CBD called Wild, like WYLD, and I really liked it. And I was getting low on them, and I don't know, like I just haven't mustered up the courage to go into an actual CBD shop to like get CBD.
Right.
And when Good Jane like is able to work with us, and like literally I'm just so blessed because that has like absolutely changed my headaches.
Oh my god.
Because it makes my body feel calm.
That's amazing.
Because when you get headaches, do you get anxious? Because I get very freaking anxious when I get a headache because I'm always so scared about what's going to happen next. I'm like, is it going to be worse and I'm not going to be able to perform at my job correctly? Or am I not going to be able to finish my homework the right way? Or am I going to have to take a nap and sleep my day away?
Oh yeah.
So I get really bad anxiety when it comes to it. So the CBD has just been like a freaking godsend.
Yeah, and I bet it helps, like you said, when your back hurts and like when all that shit happens. Yeah, I love Good Jane. Speaking of Good Jane too, I guess I'll talk about my pelvic pain and then we can get into some listener stories.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
I don't even know what to call it. Okay, I've had
Undocumented,
literally.
still being researched, undetermined.
Yes. I have seen 4 OBGYNs and absolutely none of them can tell me anything. Not even like, you may have this. Not even like, you could possibly 1 in a million chance have this. Nothing. I've had a laparoscopy surgery, I guess a laparoscopic surgery, whatever, and nothing was found. And I have like the worst, I don't know if it's my pelvis or my uterus. I'm pretty sure it's my uterus. But I just have the absolute worst. My uterus literally feels like someone's carving me like a pumpkin, or like there's like a little animal inside, like trying
like
to
scratching.
Yes. Yeah. It's so horrible, and I've been trying to track it because anybody who's listening who's dealt with chronic pain, I know you all have either a pain tracking app or you have like
I write mine down in my little planner, and it's weird because I lose my planner all the time, but when I am experiencing that like severe pain, because I'm like, this is not normal, because you get it more frequently than I do, but when I get it, it's like 0 to 100 real fucking quick. And it's just like that. I feel like I have like a demon inside of me, like trying to fucking claw its way out.
It's so bad.
And then like my vagina is like pulsating. And yeah, I don't know if it's like my vaginal walls or if it's my freaking uterus. I don't know what's happening, but I literally feel like I'm gonna shit my uterus out because it hurts so bad.
Sometimes I feel like I could shit my uterus out. If that was a thing, if someone knows how to do that.
Is that so gross? You know what, you guys, I don't care because that is like the only way I can explain it. Like, I don't even know. I want to cry.
Does it feel like there's like a bowling ball sitting?
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying. Like, you just have to get it out.
Yeah, I went to the hospital once for that. Daniel took me because I felt like there was like a bunch of pressure, but like not in my butt, but in like my pelvic area.
Yes.
It was,
and there's not enough space in there for it.
I had a cyst on my ovary that was bleeding into my pelvis. That was causing that. But they told me it was fucking fine. They were like, go home, you're fine. And I'm like,
wait, what do they do about the cyst?
Nothing.
Is it still chilling?
Probably.
She's still in there?
Dude, I always have cysts on my ovaries. Always. All of the time. Always. I literally, when I was having really, really terrible pain a few months ago and I called my doctor, I won't even call him my doctor. It's the second time I've seen him. And I'm not going back to him after this experience. No, he's fine. Whatever. But I was like, I need to get an ultrasound. And he literally was like, Allie, you come in and have ultrasounds and they always show the same thing. Like, he basically was like, you can come in if you want. And I'm like,
yeah, but that is
he
like
knew.
so invalidating though. That's like not validating the way that you are feeling, and that makes me so fucking upset.
And it's like you're just constantly on the journey to find out what's wrong. Exactly. So anytime it hurts, I'm like, someone give me an ultrasound, someone do something, like find out what it is. And and I know he can just pull up in my chart that like this bitch comes in for an ultrasound and she has a cyst and she goes home. So I don't go in anymore.
That I think is really scary to me about it, Als, is that when I was going in initially for my like little tumor, and they were like, oh, that's just like a little cyst, it'll probably go away. I monitored it for 4 years. So it was between when I was 14 and 18. Lost my insurance when I was 18. My headaches have gotten, as I get older, they just get worse.
Yeah.
And my headaches have gotten worse and worse and worse. And then I'm like, I need to get health insurance because I need to get an MRI because this is so not normal. And it was so big, and they scheduled surgery for like the next week.
Really?
So I think that like it can grow over time.
Yeah.
And that like that's the scary part, is that it can grow over time. And I actually have a good friend, Valerie, who just reached out to me recently, and she listens to our show. Hey girl. And
hi, Valerie.
She's so cute. And she reached out to me and was like, hey, I just had a brain tumor removed. Apparently it's been growing since I was younger. Exact same story as mine. Oh my God. Literally so insane. She would get headaches, all this stuff, except I don't know if her headaches are related to her tumor or not. Right. But it's just so crazy because my doctor even told me and told her as well that like it's so rare for people our age to have this. Anywho, my point that I'm trying to make is that I don't think doctors should make people's pain feel invalid, because you never know when that shit's gonna grow.
And speaking of not knowing that it's invalid, I feel like especially when you have an undiagnosed pain.
Exactly.
I feel like for me, like I really wanted to see like a pain management therapist. I've been looking for one, and I swear to God they don't exist. But I feel like I complain about this pain all the time, and my mom is like, let's go to the doctor, let's do this, let's get you a surgery, let's do all this, and like it all comes back with nothing. Like I seriously feel like a crazy person. Yeah. Like sometimes I would leave doctor's appointments and be like, am I like mentally like, is this pain not even happening?
Is it all in my head? Am I just overthinking everything and making my pain worse?
Yeah. Am I like, do I just have fucking period cramps like 20 days of the month and like that's just fine? Like so I feel like having it, like I remember when I went in for like the endometriosis test and it came back negative, I remember in a way I was like actually so like I just started crying when it wasn't like Daniel was there. I literally almost started like ripping everything off of me. Like I was like, get me the fuck out of this hospital, like this sucks. And I remember him and like my mom being like, aren't you so glad that but you didn't have it? And I was like, I was like, I want it. I want a name. Like I want to know what's wrong. So even though obviously I'm very glad that I don't have endometriosis, but I'm like, I just wanted to know that my like what I was feeling was real, was like a real thing,
Yeah.
Sucks.
I know. I got an MRI, and I mean, I've had more than one, but the most recent one that I got, my doctor was like, yeah, so everything looks fine. Like, everything looks fine. It may just be like a little gas buildup that you're feeling or something. And I'm like, it's not, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. The last MRI that you took, you were like, oh, yeah, something might be wrong. Let's schedule you another one. And now you're saying that it's just that. Like, no, this is not normal. This is not fine. But
yeah, and I had a doctor who, the doctor that did my surgery said, okay, it didn't find any endometriosis, and then I'm sure he just felt bad because he couldn't give me, and he also told me, and he also was like, I will be shocked if you don't have endometriosis. Like he was like 99% sure you have it. And
you have all the symptoms.
Yeah, every single symptom.
All the symptoms.
Every single one you could think of I have. Gosh. So weird. But anyway, so he after he was like, you don't have it, and then he sent me home with a pamphlet of an endometriosis drug and was like, read through this. And I was like, you just told me I didn't have this. And I know I'm so thankful for doctors and for healthcare workers and for the people who are, there to help us and who are genuinely trying to help us. And like, I don't want to sound like we're just bashing doctors out there. We're so thankful for you.
So
blessed. But it's just with chronic pain, like the doctor journey is a huge process.
It's so hard, and I know, and I can't believe that I like didn't mention this, but I have a really bad back, and I got tested for scoliosis when I was young, like in elementary school, when they come up and they're like, "Okay, look at your shirt, bend over,
yeah.
touch your fucking spine." I hated it. But now that I've gotten older, I went to the doctor a couple of years ago, and my spine does have a shift to it. And when I was younger, I shifted a disc in my back when I was dancing. It was literally terrible.
Wow,
It was okay, this is what happened, dude. I was at a dance competition. I was doing my solo, and I was doing a switch tilt in my solo mid-competition, and my top fell down. It was Velcroed. It was like a halter top. It was like a striped halter top. My top fell down at the dance competition mid-switch tilt, so I fell to the ground.
Were your boobs out?
Yes. I wasn't wearing a bra. It was dance.
You weren't wearing like a...
No.
Okay.
I didn't have boobs. And
that's okay. So it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was probably like 12.
Oh, okay,
I was like barely starting to get
so
boobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like landed really bad, and I was in so much pain. But in that moment, I was so worried about everybody looking at my boobs. And luckily, the judges let me like redo my solo because they felt so bad, because I was so embarrassed. I was so humiliated. But I got injured doing it, and then when I was a gymnast, I landed on my neck bad. I just have a really bad back. And I know, and I tried to get my doctor to tell me like different things that I can do to help my pain management for it, and it's literally like x-ray after x-ray. It's like everything looks fine. Like it looks fine. There's nothing we can do, and I'm like, I mean, you're not gonna put a plate in my back for a very slightly off spine. Like I don't know. So it's just so crazy that there's things that literally are out of doctors' hands that they can do.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
There's just things because they're not magicians.
One of the shitty things is obviously with pelvic pain, uterine pain, ovarian cysts, what the fuck ever, lower back pain, Brooke's fucking deviated disc neck, what?
My all sorts of messed up body, you guys.
Yeah, UU bottle, it's YU, and they're a insulated water bottle, so think of like a flexible rubber bottle. You pour hot ass water inside, and it stays hot like for a long time.
For a very long time, you guys. So we will post images of our UU bottles that we have, and I just want to tell a really special story real quick about my UU bottle. So I don't remember when it was a while ago though, but I was telling Allie that I was just in so much pain, and I didn't know why I was feeling this way, and she just was like, "What's your address?" And she just asked me for my address, and I honestly thought nothing of it. I thought she was gonna like send me like a fucking card or something. I don't even know. And then she's like, "Did you get that in the mail?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she sent me a freaking UU bottle, you guys, and I literally ugly cried, and it has honestly changed the game. It is a really weird looking contraption, but you can put it under your hoodies. I put it like on my stomach like this, and then I wrap it kind of, and I just will lay in bed, and you can't see it, nobody else can see it, and it's soft and it's comfortable, and I absolutely love it. It's literally amazing, and it does stay hot for a long time, and the outside,
it stays way more hot than like those ones you put in the microwave.
Yes,
way
better.
Like I bet mine's been hot for like a couple hours.
Hours. At least 3-4 hours.
Yeah, it does, right? And I love using mine in the car. I know sometimes when I'm in pain and I'm like, I literally have to go to the grocery store, or like I have to go to the fucking bank. I love that I can just take it with me, and like you can tie it. There's like a little loop so you can get ready in the morning with it and stuff. So
it's really great, you guys. And UU bottle does have a discount code for us. It is Hot Mess, 15% off. Hot Mess code, you guys. Definitely check them out. We will be putting their information in the bio of this podcast.
Yes, and of course on our Instagram, you can definitely check out our Instagram page, the Hot Mess _podcast.
Yes, you guys, we love it. And we also want to give Good Jane a shout out as well, you guys. Earlier in this episode, we talked about CBD, and I have been using their Hello Mellow CBD religiously, and it's literally amazing. I have used it for my headaches. I've used it just to chill out. Just get in the bathtub, have a relaxed night, and have a good sleep. Like, it's literally amazing. I love their Hello Mellow. And Allie has been trying their Sleepy CBD and has loved it.
Yeah, I love her products.
And like, she's just so nice to work with.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, I love their products. I will never stop talking about them.
Yes. So those are our 2 products for you guys today. Code HOTMESS for both UU Bottle and Good Jane. Check them out.
All right, we're going to circle back now to our listener stories. So I have 2 that I want to talk about. So the first one is from Charlotte Romney Jukes. She's one of the most beautiful people on the entire planet. And I just want to talk about her story with IBD and ulcerative colitis. She says, before I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, if you had asked me to describe IBD, I probably would have said something along the lines of someone who has to go to the bathroom a lot more than the average person. Man, was I wrong. After living through hell, I'm here to tell you that IBD is so much more than needing to go to the bathroom a lot. Ulcerative colitis is a form of IBD that specifically targets the colon. It leaves you with chronic inflammation and pain and affects you every single day. She says, one experience that's helped me to remain hopeful is having faith that there is a bigger purpose behind what we go through. My aunt has severe digestive issues and had her colon removed a few years ago. This terrifying surgery became a reality for me. It made the journey so much more bearable, having her to talk and help me through it. 3 months after I had my surgery, a young woman I'd become friends with that also has ulcerative colitis came to the point that she likewise would need to get this surgery. It's extremely humbling to talk with her and to try to help her through it. It felt like things had come full circle. I firmly believe that we go through these things so that we're able to help others through them too. And believing that I can help people gives me hope that there is a purpose behind my suffering and it's all worth it.
Oh my God. That is such a heart-wrenching story. I think it's really great that you have family and now friends to be able to relate with, but you still, I could only imagine like how alone you would still feel in that.
Yeah, and I want to bring up too, so she has IBD, right, Charlotte, and there is a site, if you follow my personal Instagram, I post her posts all the time, and it's called The Chronically Honest, and she just has all of these quotes and pictures.
This was that girl.
This is a different girl.
Okay.
So, but she also has IBD, and I found her page through Charlotte.
Okay.
Because she was like, yeah, check it out. She has all these arts and like prints, and the biggest thing that I love about the stuff that she shares is she's obviously just so real about it, but she also talks a lot about how our pain is invisible to so many people. And same with ulcerative colitis. Like Charlotte said, it affects your colon and your bowels. Again, like, you can't, sometimes, you know, you don't know who is dealing with this pain and suffering every day, because even maybe they're not, maybe you don't look sick on the outside, but that doesn't mean that you're not going through that
something
kind of
very
thing.
Painful.
Yeah,
exactly. And it's also like, I feel like some people can feel embarrassed by their pain, especially something where it's like you are consistently having to use the bathroom. And I think that we need to normalize other people's pain, because it's just, I feel like it's such a taboo subject for people to be like, oh my God, I have to use the bathroom, because people are like, that's so gross. But it's actually like, we all do it. And to have somebody that actually has like a diagnosed severe problem, like, I could not imagine to be in that much pain from it every single day.
Like, and I know, so like I said, I know Charlotte, she's amazing, and I have talked to her because I'm like, you are such a huge inspiration, like, just to know everything that she's gone through. And I'll have to link on our Instagram. Her best friend's mom has an Etsy shop for colostomy bags. Super cute covers that you can wear. So if anyone listening knows anybody, or if you yourself have ulcerative colitis, I'll leave her Etsy shop so you can buy it. They're so cute. So yeah, but that's just another example of you never know what someone's really going through.
You don't.
You know?
Oh my goodness. So I have a listener story from our sweet Marina. She is just the sweetest gal in all the land. And Marina wrote in and said she wants us to definitely discuss the social impacts of chronic pain, because her experience is she unfortunately went misdiagnosed for 2 years while her gallbladder was failing the entire time. She went to many different doctors and was written off as an attention seeker by her friends and family, even though she was literally dying. She said, "Thank God I finally got it out and I'm much better now, but people assume some nasty things about me because I look just fairly normal on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It can be so isolating when no one believes you." And she also said that she's still trying to process it now, since it's a little over a year now that she's out of it from her surgery, and therapy is definitely a work in progress for it, but it's been nice for her to talk about. You guys, that's
amazing.
So amazing, but also so sad that you would be written off as an attention seeker for your pain. Just because people can't see your pain doesn't mean that it's not real.
Exactly. And I think I'm so glad that she brought that up and that she felt isolated, because that's how it feels. And it sucks, because even though it's not a mental illness, or it's not this, or it's not physically, like, no one can see it on your face, like, it's just hard because people forget. And it's not like we are looking for sympathy from everybody around us, but just knowing that someone believes you and like your pain is there,
valid, it's there and it's happening.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. Sweet Marina, thank you so much for sharing that story, and I'm so sorry that you went through that, and I'm glad that you're on your road to recovery. Stay in therapy. Therapy is amazing.
Yes.
You will definitely
of you.
learn a lot from it and come out of it stronger than you were before.
All right, our next listener story is from Sarah Goldberg, and she says, "Well, to start things off, I have a very weak immune system and a degenerative hip disorder." Did I say that right? Degenerative? With how my immune system works, I'm prone to eye infections, cold, rare diseases such as valley fever. What is valley fever?
I don't know.
I tend to get kidney stones and infections often as well. Most of this stuff didn't affect me until I went into high school, and everything kind of went downhill from there. My sophomore year, I somehow got valley fever, which is a fungus that grows in your lungs and it never goes away. Oh my God. This fungus attacked my immune system, so that pretty much shot, and unfortunately side effects mean that I'm constantly fatigued. It affects my breathing and makes it so my body temp is very sensitive. When I got it, it made it so I basically missed the rest of my sophomore year and had only been in high school for about 3 months up to that point.
Oh my gosh.
That sucks.
That's so sad.
She says, but with how it affects my immune system, I ended up with some major stomach issues, causing me to miss 64 days of school my junior year and the week before winter break. Oh, that sounds so awful.
So terrible.
She says that the first issue is that she has snapping hip syndrome, which means her IT band, which is in the tendon that connects your knee to your hip on the outside of your thigh, would get caught and pop over the bone. That sounds so painful. She said that her first hip surgery was when she was 19 to loosen the bone so that it would stop popping. From all of that, she also found out that her femur was over-rotated. Your female is only supposed to rotate 15 to 20 degrees, and hers is 45 degrees. Because of this, she sat with her legs in a W for most of her life and couldn't sit crisscrossed. That is so awful.
Oh my gosh.
She says, on one hand, I am unfortunately still recovering from this surgery, and it's going to take a while until I can walk normal again. On one hand, I'm so glad that I got the surgery so that I can prevent any major issues in the future, but on the other hand, the healing has been very difficult. gosh, that sounds awful.
That is so awful.
I know.
I cannot imagine.
I know. And to close it out, she says, although I have all of these issues, I do what I can do to stay positive because despite what people think, it's not something I can change or avoid. Like I said, I have the most amazing support system, and honestly, without these issues, I don't think I'd be as strong as I am today. She says, my body may be shit, but I'm more than just my body, and I can do anything I put my mind to.
I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
Wow. So I know Sarah, and she always says that she feels like she's a 20-year-old in an 80-year-old's body, and that's exactly...
That's exactly what she's living.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's living.
I feel like I say that all the time. And I'm like, I have the back of an old woman.
Yeah.
But, like, that's so unfair for me to say that because she's literally feeling like her body is 100 years old.
Yeah, like breaking.
Yeah.
And her, like, immune system. I feel like it's one thing to have all of that, like, physical pain, but then for, like, your immune system and your... you know, to be getting colds and viruses and all of these, like, fevers that she has. I can't even imagine what's happening right now with her with COVID. I know. Like, she probably is just in quarantine. Yeah. Because, like, you can't risk that. That's so scary. Right. Wow. So, Sarah, wear a mask. Yeah, wear a mask for Sarah. I feel like people just think you're seeking attention or you're not valid, and it's like, just fucking be nice to everybody because you never know what's going on in someone's life. Really don't. You don't know if they're dealing with pain every day, or maybe they're having, you know, a bad day, or when your friends need to cancel and you're being an asshole about it, and it's like your friend could have fucking ulcerative colitis and literally can't come to your house. Like, you know what I mean? Can't move. No. And you know what? I also think you don't owe anybody an explanation. No. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the pain that you're feeling or any reason whatsoever. If you're, like, you don't have to be sorry about not doing something because you're in pain. If somebody's like, if you need to call into work, you don't have to say it's because I have this and this. You just say, I need to take a day off because it's no one's business. No. You know? And I have an HR degree, which is still shocks me to this day. I freaking But in a lot of states, your person technically can't even ask you why you're taking a day off. So be careful of that too. Yeah, I think it's important to talk about pain. I'm glad that we wanted to talk about this on our episode. I think what I want to do, and you'll probably see this by the time this episode has aired, but we should do like a thread or something on our Instagram stories of like, hey, like, what's your best, like, pain management? Yeah. Like, you know, is it, I like to take a bath and pop 2 CBDs and, like, I'm golden, you know? Yeah, I feel like we should, you know, continue to share tips and tricks and just be heard by each other, because that's, at the end of the day, all you need. You don't need people to fix it, to tell you how sorry they are. We just want somebody and no one's to pain listen. Is more severe than someone else's. No. I think people also need to understand and remember that it's not a competition. It's really just supporting each other. Exactly. Yeah. And there for your friends. Exactly. Believe in people's pain and try to understand. And just listen. Yes. We don't. If we're having a shitty day and we need to just rant to you about it. Give me your empathy. That's all I need. That's just give us a hug and walk away. Or a thumbs up, bye. Like, you don't need to say anything. Just let us listen, because a lot of the times that's all we really need. I know. And find yourself amazing friends. Yes, I know. We got so lucky. I know. Oh my freaking heck. You guys. I feel like something we have to remember when you are suffering from any kind of chronic pain or illness is you are more than your body. Yes. Just like she said, like, your mind is such a powerful thing and you can get through it. Mm-hmm. You are not your pain. You are not your condition. You are not, you know, those things. Right. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you, everyone. All the listeners who send your stories in. Like, we love talking about your stories. Mm-hmm. So thank you. Speaking of stories, yes. Should we talk about? Yes. So we posted on our Instagram the other day. Allie, take it away. Okay. She's got it pulled up. So I have it pulled up, yes. So we asked you guys what your favorite non-sexual turn-ons are, and we got some good ones. I was trying to think of some myself. Like, I was like, well. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. I know. And then pretty much everything's a turn on for Brooke and I. So
yeah.
But we got some.
You just can't choose one. You just can't pin it down. So what is some of them? And then I'll read some of them. We'll hip-scotch back and forth.
I love it. So Maddie Moody 21 says, "Good with kids." Okay.
Let's take a pause for that one.
That's a good starting one.
Holy cannoli. That's the perfect starting
Y'all remember the first time you saw your man, your girl, your whatever lifting up a baby and your ovaries immediately
explode.
Yes.
You can feel them exploding into little butterflies swimming up your arms and down your spine, all over you. It is called baby fever. And the minute that you see that significant other of yours, like, pick up that baby and toss him in the air and give him a big old kiss, like,
lady boner
all the way up to the sky, you guys. That thing
Brookie.
is...
That's a good one for
I'm
Brookie.
so baby hungry. It's disgusting. I just want twins. That's all I want.
That's okay. We love it. Okay, Kelt M.
Oh, Kelsey.
Do you know her?
Yes.
Yay. She says, when my boyfriend randomly does nice things for me, like making the bed in the morning.
Yes.
I think that's so cute. My love language is acts of service. And so to me, that is like the sexiest thing ever. Yeah. When Daniel just like folds the clothes or like just does anything for me. I'm like, that's all I need.
You're doing the laundry, or like you walk in the room and it's like, you made the bed. It's not how the bed's made.
Yeah.
But you made the bed.
Yeah.
Like, because you know that is what I want. Like, they're not making, like, they don't care about the bed being made.
No.
Who cares about that?
Ooh, she also said, which this one is like, I fucking love this one. She says, jawlines and tattoos.
Yeah.
We both just crossed our legs. It's fine.
So
tattoos and jawlines. What else is there to say about that?
Okay, I'm gonna read one from Summer Lamb. Let me get her Insta name real quick. It's Summer Telesco Lamb, you guys. That's like Elena's best friend.
I know.
Okay, so she says, which is actually super cute for all you mommies out there. So she said, especially now in mom life, Nate will make me coffee in the mornings so that when I'm up, it's ready. Mind you, he doesn't drink coffee. It's the simple things. Good job, Natey.
Go, Nathan.
That's so cute.
Taking care of our girl. That's super cute.
And then another one that she said is taking the baby early in the mornings or evenings so she can sleep. More rest equals more energy for hanky-panky. Ooh, bum there. You got crazy there.
Now we know, Nate. Now we know. He's like, can I do this? Can I do this and that?
It's an incentive.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
I wish that would work for me.
I know.
Jocelyn Dawn 4 says, men that are good with kids and pets, yes. Cleaning the house without being asked, yes. Oh, and she said when they can sing, dance, or play an instrument.
Yes.
That's a one for Brooklyn.
I love that. You guys, let me just tell you, like, whenever Keon sings to me or like reads to me, you guys, honestly, he's such a dreamboat. Like,
he has a like hot voice. Keon does. So I see how like you would just be like, here, just read this story to me.
No,
you know?
I'm not kidding you guys. He will literally. I was reading a book and he came over to my house and just was like, he just read my book to me while I just like relaxed in bed.
So that's cute for like several reasons.
I love him.
Yeah, I think
soothing.
That's awesome. Ooh, Carly JoJo. Girl, I agree with this. Ooh, she says tool belts. My man puts on his tool belt and he's getting some that night. Listen.
You got a drill in your hand? I know where you can put that drill.
You guys, so my husband is a car guy. Every time he's like putting an exhaust in, anytime he says the word chassis, I'm done.
She said, spank my ass.
I'm dying. That was so unexpected. Wait, I cannot breathe. Bawling. Y'all should go watch our YouTube if you haven't, so you can see the mess that is happening. Okay. Hey, low-key though, I always tell him, I'm like, Chassie's such a hot word. And he's like, what? And I'm like, just say it. And he's like, chassis. And I'm like, fuck me. Like, that's what it means. Yeah. So yes, I totally get that. Because he comes in with like his cute car uniform on. Cutie. With like oil on his hands.
Yeah,
I know. And he's like, I just need to shower really quick. He's like all sweaty. I'm like,
I can actually come with you.
I'm like, no.
I don't know what's happening. I know. I am like, whenever Keon's working on the dirt bikes or helping me with my car or something, like, I'm just like, hey, yeah. So where are we doing this? What's happening? Just like, give me a kiss. Yeah. I just want a smooch. Just give me a kiss. You look so cute. I just want to grab us. Oh, do you ever just like get so angry sometimes for how freaking cute Dan is? Like, I like, and every time I think about Keon, I'm like, angry. He's just so fucking cute. You know, I just want to squeeze him. Yeah. I just love him.
I have the issue though with Daniel where like everyone just is obsessed with him, and I'm always just like, like, oh, what about me? No, it's true. Even my mom, like my own mom, is like, you do have a little bit. He's just so striking and handsome. And I'm just like a white blonde chick. But literally every family event we go to, everyone's just like, Daniel looks at me. He's so handsome. And then 4 other people are like, wow, Daniel, you've grown up. And you've grown up. I'm back here looking like a fucking, I don't know what I look like, but no one even notices me.
You're like, oh, Allie, honey, thank you for coming. Yeah. But anyway, Daniel, come this way.
I'm like, thank you for bringing Daniel. Literally.
I love that.
It's so funny. Okay, there's a couple more. Nil123 said affection, like spending time, cuddling, quality time. I love that.
Gotta have the QT.
That is awesome. And last one, Megan M. Foster. Love you, Megan. She said making dinner.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
you've had Daniel's cooking, girl.
Girl, you haven't had Keon's cooking.
I want to try. Ooh. What is that stuff you guys were making the other night?
Daddy. I have no idea. He makes me gourmet all the time. He's done teppanyaki. Oh my god. Like literally put a chef hat on and did fucking teppanyaki, dude. Like he cooks so much, and it's not that he like cooks a lot, it's the fact that he cooks so fucking well. Like everything he makes slaps. Like every
time you take a picture of what you guys had for dinner, or you Marco Polo me and you're like, look at my food, I'm always like,
you're like, how? Because he's literally a perfect human being. Can I tell you something so freaking cute? Yes. So the other day, I was like, I'm just gonna take a quick nap at 8 o'clock at night, you guys.
Yeah. That's
like,
okay.
No, I don't nap at 8 o'clock at night. I say I'm taking a nap and I'm going night-night.
Oh.
But yeah, I do every day take like a 2-hour nap.
That's okay.
I have to.
You're like up on your feet and up so early.
All day.
People who think baristas just fucking sit around and make coffee all day.
They don't.
They work their asses off.
We work our booties off. Okay, anyways, so it was so freaking cute because he woke me up for my quote-unquote nap. And he made me ramen, you guys. Like, the dank ramen.
Like, real bomb-ass
like,
ramen.
with the egg in it and everything. Like, the, whatever, boiled egg or whatever. And everything. It was spicy. It was delicious. It had, like, the chives and stuff in it. It's like, I don't know who he is.
Keon.
I don't know.
I'm going to give you Daniel's number.
He's literally amazing. And then we sat down and we watched a little movie. And then he's just so perfect. I can't. Anyway, okay. I have one more story. Okay, back to other people. Summer also said, nice gestures that my partner knows I appreciate is a turn on. This is also pre-mom life. Coming home to a clean house, dishes done, any simple small task. Yes, yes, yes. And the last one is plain and simple chivalry.
Yes. Okay,
everyone not dead.
No, Chivalry's everybody makes fun of me because Captain America is my favorite Avenger, and everyone's like, I know, Brooklyn. When I say that, everybody's always like, ew, he's like, ew, he's the worst one, and I'm like, he's a fucking gentleman, and he is chivalrous.
He is chivalrous.
So that's why Captain America, and it's fine because no one else likes him, so I'm like, that's fine. He's for me anyway.
He's for you, girly pop. Nobody else.
Listen to how cute. I just have to tell a cute Daniel story. It takes 2 seconds. Do. So I asked him, we were talking about what we want to do on Halloween. I think we might have like 1 or 2 people over or something. Probably not though. And he was like, let's just make Halloween cookies and watch Hocus Pocus. And I was like, stop. I literally looked at him, like I stopped, we were walking around and I was like, That is why I married you, that sentence alone. How cute!
Tell me that 10 times a day. I literally I love that for you.
See, guys, it doesn't take a lot. We're very simple.
Very simple.
I know everyone thinks we're psycho.
Oh.
All right, you guys, we have one more thing before we go, and that is that we are going to be teaming up with Gold Elite Apparel. That is also their Instagram name. Go check them out. They are going to send one of our listeners every single episode a $25 gift card. So that's amazing. That's literally a giveaway.
Literally amazing.
Every episode.
Every episode. You guys, we are so excited about this. So how this is going to go down. Each week, we will have a special code word for you to send us on our Instagram at the Hot Mess Podcast. And that week will change, that word will change every week. And the word for this week for our pain episode is ouch. Cute, just O-U-C-H, ouch.
Yes, I love it.
So send those to our Instagram and just DM us the word ouch, and we will put you into the
the
giveaway.
The weekly giveaway.
Bi-weekly Instagram post. We'll let you guys know who won, and we are so excited.
Yay! So make sure you stay tuned every single week. Don't get too far behind. Or every other Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday. Eventually we'll be every week, but we're just in such the beginning stages, you guys. So right now we're doing bi-weekly, keeping you on your toes.
Yeah, we try not to overdo ourselves.
We don't want to overwhelm you with the amazing content.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Dun dun dun.
Bye, we love you.
Bye, love you. Mwah.